Most dads don't lose their kids because they stopped loving them. They lose them because someone changed the story about them, and by the time they realize what's happening, the narrative is already built. Most dads never see the moment when everything actually shifts. At the beginning, it just feels like conflict, arguments, frustration, messages that go back and forth, small accusations that don't even make sense. Most dads assume the truth will protect them. They believe if they stay calm, explain themselves clearly, and keep focusing on their kids, everything will eventually settle down. But what many dads don't realize is that the conflict may not actually be about the relationship anymore. Because when an ex realizes she can't control dad anymore, something changes. The arguments stop being about the past and start becoming about control. Messages become more aggressive. Accusations start appearing out of nowhere. Small situations suddenly become big problems. And slowly, the kids begin to get pulled into the middle. Not because they should be, but because they are the one place where a father is most vulnerable. When someone wants control, they look for the place where it hurts the most. And for a dad, that place is always his kids. This is the moment most fathers never see coming, because it doesn't happen all at once. It happens slowly, one conversation at a time, one accusation at a time, one story at a time, until eventually, the kids themselves start hearing the narrative. Maybe dad doesn't care. Maybe dad is difficult. Maybe dad is the reason everything is broken. And over time, those ideas begin to stick. The story about dad starts to change, not because it's true, but because it's repeated often enough. And by the time the system gets involved, that story already exists. Family court doesn't see the entire relationship. It sees documents, messages, statements. And the parent who controls the narrative often controls what the system believes. That's the part most dads don't realize. They think the fight is about the truth. But the fight is actually about the story. And the person who shapes that story shapes the outcome. Nothing destroys a dad more than becoming a stranger to the kids he never stopped loving. Some kids grow up believing their dad walked away, not because he left, but because someone rewrote the story about him. And once that narrative is established, changing it becomes incredibly difficult. Because when someone is building a narrative against you, love alone isn't enough. You have to understand the system. You have to understand how narratives are built. And you need a strategy. Because at the end of the day, you are still dad. And that matters more than anything. If you're dealing with this right now, the Dad Survival Pack is linked in the description.